Good evening, Beer Fan TV. Welcome to another episode. A little while. This one tonight is on the Phillips Perfect Draft, and it's Hasseroder. First time I've had it on the Perfect Draft, or even ever in a can or bottle. So it really was the first try for me. It's a lager. It's saturated in that mark, isn't it? As far as the Perfect Draft goes, there's so many to choose from. I had a quick look online. I think there's over 20 that are available nowadays. So. Listen, look, that machine is perfect for the lagers. So anyway, tonight, guys, we are going to have a quick look at it. You saw me pour the video at the very beginning from the Phillips Perfect Draft, which stores the beers in a keg, and it stores and pours at 3 degrees, which is perfect for any type of lager. What we'll do is we'll have a quick look at the beer. I'll give a bit of information on it, tell you what I think, and just basically take it from there. So starting off, as you can see, this is one of those Stella glasses. It's slightly frosted, so it's difficult to see the beer. It's got minor bubbles in there. It's not really a heavily carbonated. One thing I have noticed is the head drops extremely quickly on it. But I'd definitely say, as you can see, so Hasseroder has been making beer in Germany since 1873 in the Harz region of Germany. You can still drink it now. It's very popular. You don't really see it here in the UK markets. It's a classic pils with a hoppy aroma and quite a bitter aftertaste, or should I say distinctive bitter aftertaste. So the beer itself, I purchased from Beerhawk, and I paid £32.90 for the keg. If you buy it in threes, you can buy it cheaper. I always buy them in threes, and I use the Phillips Perfect Draft kegs and tips discount code. I've done a video on that before. Use that, you can get a good discount. By using that, you can get the keg cost down to £27.96. Then if you've got a keg return as well, that gets it down to £22.90 odd pence. And but pretty much 23 quid. When you think 10 pints, you're going to get from that keg at £2.30 a pint. You know, for a decent beer, you're going to struggle to find that in any local pub. And the great thing is you can have it in your own home. You know, pour a pint whenever you want is the great thing. So let's go in and have a quick sniff of the beer. It smells nice. It's not overly complicated. There's not a lot of aromas coming from it. Looking at the beer, you get a little bit of lacing on that, as you expect with a lot of the Perfect Draft beers. Let's go in for a taste, see what we think. Wow, very nice beer. I don't think it's an overcomplicated beer. It's quite an easy drinking beer, nothing too complicated to it at all. You do get that bitter, kind of slightly hoppy back end. It's quite dry as well, but it's still a nice beer. I think this would be really good on a barbecue. You've got a few friends over watching the football, whatever it might potentially be. It'd be a great beer for that. I just think that when it comes down to the Phillips Perfect Draft, especially in the lager section, I mean, this machine, especially if you've got the standard machine, you know, not talking about the pro here, we're talking about the normal machine. That thing stores and pours at 3 degrees, which is perfect for any lager because you definitely want that nice and cold, especially on a hot day. That's where this is perfect. I had a quick look on the Perfect Draft website earlier, the Beerhawk website, Perfect Draft, Beerhawk. Look at the website earlier. And there's over 20 lagers to choose from at the moment on that website. And I think when it comes down to a lager on this machine, it's got to be something really good to stand out and for people to buy it. Now, am I saying this is the best lager that you can get on the Phillips Perfect Draft? Well, I haven't got another one that I can compare it with to hand at the moment. But I do remember the Stella stood out because that was, when you compared that to the can here in the UK, massively different taste. I've done a couple of videos on that previously. So that stood out as a great lager. And also I remember the Spaten. That was very good. Didn't compare it against the can, but it was just that peppery, nice aftertaste that it had. It was a really good lager. And also I remember as well the Jupiler as well. Would I say this is one that stood out next to one of those? Not necessarily. But I think if you've bought the Phillips Perfect Draft, and I think if you are predominantly a lager drinker, or if you just, you know, you enjoy the lagers on there, I think the aim is you've got to try them all. And at this price point, at 30, let's be honest, if you buy it just as a keg on its own at 33 quid, it is one of the cheaper ones on there. And when I think about other kegs in the similar price range, and I'm thinking about the Budweiser, and I'm thinking about the Becks, Budweiser, you can buy sort of, 10 cans for 10 quid from, any type of supermarket, or you can buy it in the Perfect Draft and spend £30 on a keg. I personally don't think there's a big enough difference between the can and the keg to warrant buying the keg. You could just go out and buy 10 cans for 10 quid, and the same with the Becks. But this is one of those lagers that is slightly more premium, and I think that you would struggle to find something similar in your supermarket. So I'd probably say it's probably worth putting in the Perfect Draft and giving it a go. And it is a nice beer. It is something a little bit different. And if you do drink the lagers, it is nice to get your favourite lager, whether that be the Stella, or that might be, the Spaten, whatever it is. But if you buy them in threes, maybe get this one as an outsider if you haven't got it already. It's got over 500 reviews on the Beer Hawk website, and it's nearly 5 stars. So I don't think everybody can be wrong. And I have noticed, I've been looking to try it for a while, and it has been out of stock quite a lot. And I checked tonight, and it's out of stock. And today is the 22nd of April. And it's out of stock again today. So I think a lot of people do buy it. It's obviously very popular on the Phillips Perfect Draft. So listen, guys, I'm going to say thank you for watching the video. We're now getting on to nearly 8 minutes. If you've made it this far, let me know in the comments below. Have you sort of had the Hasseröder before? Have you had the Spatens? Tell me what you think. What one's your favourite lager? Which one's your least favourite lager? Let's try and make these comments a good place to go for people that are watching these videos and have questions, because with your comments below might be somebody else's question, if that makes sense, and might be the answer to somebody else's question. So let's make the comments a good place.